Did you let me know? Okay. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. My name is Deirdre Hoey. I am a therapist, behavioral health therapist at Healthcare for the Homeless in Baltimore City, Maryland. I'm really happy to join you today in practice for our coffee break. We're going to do a trauma-informed chair yoga practice. And so let me just tell you quickly about trauma-informed, how this might be a little different. The idea today is to ground and to embody the body during the practice. And what it can do is help to re-regulate a nervous system. So sometimes when we're exposed to different stressors, we can get dysregulated and sort of hold on to a lot of things that are difficult to handle. So this is a great opportunity to let some of that go. The instruction I give you today is completely invitational. So if you would like to do it, come along with me. I'll give modifications, take them if it works for you. If you choose to, you don't have to do any, you can just listen. It's all up to you. This will give you some control over responding to whatever your body needs today. And we're going to start by just orienting to your space. So my space today is my office. If there are distractions or things that go by, I'm probably going to ignore them. I'm just going to refocus here back in the practice, and I invite you to do the same. But start by just looking maybe around your space. I will demo some during the practice, but mostly this is going to be verbal so that you don't have to really focus on your phone or the computer or however you're attending to me now. If you choose to, I might give some demo, but most of it you just have to listen to my words. So starting off, just taking a moment, and maybe you take a look around your room. Turn to the left, and if you like, you can take your right hand and place it on your left knee. You maybe turn towards the back and just see what's behind there. When you do that, it helps your body to know what's in the room, which can be very settling. Then you can turn back to front. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling and look towards the ground. And then do that on the other side. So taking your left hand and maybe placing it on your right knee. And then having that right hand behind you, maybe it turns you towards the back of the room and you look over towards the back of the room, breathing in and breathing out. So really honoring what your body needs, how far you go in your twist is really up to your body. And take a moment and then turn back towards the center. And then if you like, you can allow your eyes to close. If closing your eyes doesn't feel comfortable, choose to soften your gaze, or maybe you choose to focus your eyes on one specific point. The idea is to sort of turn off the vision so that you can allow your body to experience some of the other senses. We get about 50% of our information from vision. So close your eyes, soften, focus, take a moment, place your hands either palms up on your knees, or they can be palms down. Or another idea is left hand on bottom, palms up, right hand on top of that left hand, also palms up, touching your thumbs. This is just a way to hold your hand that can help to cultivate some meditation. So take a moment, take a breath in, and breathe out. Do that a few times, just notice your breath. Maybe you notice your breath with some gratitude and just some understanding that your breath has been bringing you the oxygen you need today. It also helps you to get rid of the carbon dioxide that you don't need. And so thinking about that, and maybe if you have more tension and anything that you want to let go of, you can release a little more with your exhales. So breathing in your normal inhale and breathing out some extra long, Endless exhales until there's nothing else to do but breathe back. I also invite you, if you like, you can take a hand and maybe press it on your belly. Notice how your breathing moves your belly. Maybe consider as you breathe in, you can press out a little bit into that hand. And then breathe out those long exhales. And I breathe in, pressing out my hand a little. It helps to expand the breath into my lungs, the back of my lungs, the base of my lungs, sort of using all of my lungs as I breathe. When you get the hang of it, you can bring your hands back to wherever they feel comfortable. So take another couple of breaths in. You can always come back to this during our practice. When you breathe out, when you have those nice long exhales, it helps to elicit a relaxation response in your body. So always a good one to remember. Yeah. So from here, what would it feel like to bring your hands out wide all the way around you as you breathe in? See if your fingertips can touch at the top. And then as you breathe out, bring those fingertips and hands down through the center line of your body. Do that on your own a few times, following your breath, your own inhales, your own exhales. As you breathe in, the arms go wide, all the way to the top, fingertips finding each other. And as you breathe out, bringing those hands down the center of the body, through the base. If you choose to, you can even make this more extensive. So as you breathe in, maybe your chest opens up and you start to lean back, adding in some arch to your chest. Finding your fingertips, and maybe this time as you start to go towards the ground, you could go all the way to the ground, folding forward, maybe allowing your head to go to your lap or allowing it to go towards the ground. Finding your own comfort level, following your own breath. And do that a few more times. Breathing in, the arms go all the way up, fingertips find each other through the center line, and then all the way down to wherever feels good to you. And then follow through your last breath cycle and come back to center, maybe with your hands pressed together. Maybe if you like, you can take that knuckle and press it towards the center of your chest. Sometimes that's a little grounding spot. You can just notice how that sensation feels. And then allow your hands to come down. Next, we can try to maybe roll the shoulders a bit. So allowing your left arm to come out to the side, and you can either bend your arm and hold your shoulder, and then just rotate that shoulder one way, going nice and slow. Or if you would like to, you could have your entire shoulder open. That's kind of intense for some of us, or the space-wise, sometimes the half a shoulder roll can feel good. And after a few times, try it the other way. This is whenever we use our joints, we are lubricating them and keeping them in good shape. So that's a plus if you're trying this one out. And how do you feel? Do you notice the little movements and signs that your shoulder's moving? Try it on the other side. The right hand comes out and either goes full rotation or you do that half rotation. Just allowing your shoulders to move one way and then maybe the other way. Noticing how that feels. And so after you've done both shoulders, and you can come to some stillness, And then think about your legs. So allow your legs to extend straight in front of you. Maybe your knees stay bent a little. Um, think about flexing and pointing your toes. Just noticing how it feels in your body. And from here, if you like, you can allow your hands to come up overhead. Take a breath in, open up that chest towards the ceiling again. And then what would it feel like to hinge forward towards your toes? Now this can be kind of intense for folks. So if you go all the way down, you might really notice it in the back of your legs. You get to decide how far you go. I tend to only go part of the way, but you decide your comfort level. How far would you like to go forward? And choose where that feels best for you. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, come on up, back up slowly. We're going to try one pose that just sort of twists up the body and then expands the body. So if you like, you can take your right leg and maybe you pull it up towards you and just give it a little squeeze, either a little bit or a lot, up to you. Rotate your ankle and then cross it over. So this could be just a crossed leg, or if you like to get a little more intensity, you can wrap that toe around your calf. And then allow your arms to go out. Have your left arm underneath, your right arm on top, and then either hug your shoulders or you can wrap your arms around. So preference, your own preference, which feels better for you. And then see what it feels like to tighten up. So tighten everything kind of up, maybe even your breath comes in and you just take a pause in this tighten little space. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, perhaps you expand and open your whole body wide again. Come back to center. Try that on the other side. So this time, taking your left leg, maybe giving that a little squeeze, rotating your ankle. Rotate. Helps to notice and appreciate that joint that you have. Crossing your leg over, leaving it like that, or if you like, hooking that foot behind your calf. And this time you're going to have the right arm under, the left arm on top, and either hold on to your shoulders or wrap your arms around each other. And then squeeze up into a little tight position again. Taking a breath in, holding it, maybe you pause for just a moment, see how that feels. And then as you breathe out, open and expand, take up space, and then come back to center. The next thing, if you like, invitation, not obligation, you can see what it feels like to maybe shake. Really like to shake. So shaking your head, shaking your limbs, shaking your legs out, giving yourself the space to really sort of move. I don't think anybody really cares. Nobody cares in my building. Just notice how it feels for you, how it feels in your body to just let yourself move and shake around. Maybe even you add your fingertips around your face to add some touch. See how that feels. Sort of investigating the experience, and then as you're done, you can start to allow yourself to settle and get quiet again. See if you can find a place for those hands of yours, either palms up, palms down, or that folded way we did earlier. And again, maybe this is a great time to close your eyes or soften your focus or focus on one little point. Just notice and feel the energy moving through your body. And allow yourself to come into some stillness. And if you like, you can follow along. I have a little, using your imagination. Maybe you can follow along. If you'd like to tune me out, that's okay. But perhaps you can imagine a room with some dust in it. some sun, but you kind of see all the dust in this room, and there's a breeze blowing through the room. There's 2 windows where the breeze is going through. Just imagine for a moment closing both of the windows. And then perhaps you notice the dust is starting to settle. Slowly, it can't be rushed, but all the dust seems to leave the air and start to settle on the ground until it's just this thin layer of dust in this still, quiet room. Maybe imagine taking a sponge and just wiping that all down, wiping it away, maybe wringing it out in a bucket until you can go back over and open the windows again and allow the breeze to go through. And this time, as the breeze goes through, it's a clear sight, and you can really see the sun now. Maybe even feel it. And just allow yourself to feel what that might feel like. And so from here, we're going to start to come back. But you do this part of the practice really slowly and gently. So if your eyes are closed or soft or focused, just see if you can keep it that way as I lead you through these just final stretches. So start with little movements. So maybe you rotate your hands. Maybe you pedal your feet a little, maybe they stretch. Maybe allow the shoulders to roll. Maybe allow your head to just lean forward, ear to one shoulder, ear to the other. And then if you like, your eyes still closed, maybe your hands come up over your head and just stretch all the way, full body stretch, kind of like you're waking up second time today. Maybe you lean over to one side and stretch the side of your body. Back to center and then lean over to the other side. And come back to center. And then try maybe one more twist, sort of turning towards the back, just in case you have any more tension that you really want to wring out. And back to center and then try the other side. And back to center. And when you're at center, if you like, you can start to flutter your eyes open, sort of come back into the space. Notice how you feel. And I invite you, wherever you are, if you'd like to repeat after me for the final ending, you can, or you can just listen. I'm going to bring my hands to my head and I say, today I will have hopeful thoughts. My hands to my mouth and say, today I will have peaceful words. And my hands to my heart and say, today I will have strengthened heart. Thank you all for joining me for this brief practice. It's been an honor to serve you. I know that all of you are in this good fight that we have. We really need you in this good fight. And I'm so happy that you were able to practice this practice and presence with me today. So thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody.